Looks like you might have crashed your car, huh?
Here's the deal. I won't answer any more of your questions.
Can I talk to you?
No.
Okay, you're gonna be under arrest for what you like.
DUI arrest in policing is one of the most common arrests an officer can make on their shift. Every one of those is different in their own way. However, very rarely does a person flip their car on the side, and you really never know how it's going to go, but that ride down to jail can be very telling, and it can change the whole outcome of the interaction. This is one of those.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you call?
I don't know where the girl is that was driving there.
She's right there. Whose car is this?
That's my grandson's, and it was parked right here. He hasn't went anywhere all day. And
Is everybody okay?
yeah,
Okay.
everybody's
All right,
okay.
I'll just have you guys hang out over there for now, okay?
All right.
Hello. Looks like you might have crashed your car, huh?
Oh my gosh. Hi. Yeah, I'm Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Rachel? Eli, nice to meet you. What's going on? How'd this happen?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
It's your car?
This is my vehicle,
Yeah.
yes, obviously.
Well, how did it end up on its side? Do you know? Did it just...
I mean, obviously it didn't just
Right.
by itself.
I see a kid's seat. There wasn't a kid in here when this happened, was there?
No children in here. Obviously, this didn't just happen by itself.
Right.
Okay, so already getting some significant indicators that there might be a level of intoxication. You got bloodshot, watery eyes, unsteady gait, and the speech pattern. These are all indicators that there might be booze on board or maybe some other thing, but this is something the officer is obviously going to investigate. You notice that the officer mentioned about the child seat. This is a very important part of an investigation because there have been incidents where there have been car seats and the person doesn't realize that the child is no longer in the car.
Were you driving it?
I obviously was driving the vehicle.
Okay.
So, I mean, do you,
Go ahead.
do you
Just need the
always
one
ask
for
redundant
Adam Victor.
questions, or you just ask questions?
I just ask questions. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, that's all.
Yeah,
It's
I mean-
Rachel, right?
It is, Rachel. It's nice. Yeah. I was just driving down the road. And then on
10-4,
my
can you run it?
vehicle.
So were you driving this way?
Yeah, obviously.
Well,
That's the way the vehicle's facing.
Why do you
So,
keep saying obviously?
well, I mean, I think
just
everything
trying
with
to-
this scene is pretty obvious. So,
Okay.
I don't think there's much left to.
I guess, did you just not see the car on the side of the road, or how did it end up getting hit?
There was no car on the side of the road.
There wasn't?
Not to my knowledge, no. There was a car driving this way. I was clearly driving in my lane.
Okay. Go ahead. Ten four, thank you. Where are you coming from tonight, Rachel?
I was coming from my friend's house on the south of town.
On south of town?
South. Yeah,
The south side of town? South side of Eau
Yes.
Claire?
yeah.
What's their address? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't know.
Okay.
I would have to get my cell phone, which is in the car. But we had stopped to pick up a friend at Hobbsy's.
Where is that?
Hobbsy's is a tavern on this side of town, but I don't know their exact address. I'm not
Okay.
super
Was there anyone
familiar
in the
with it.
vehicle with you when this
No,
happened?
there was nobody with me, and I can tell you, like, there was obviously
You had anything to drink tonight, Rachel?
no, I
You
haven't.
can just be honest with me.
No, I
It's not
haven't.
gonna incriminate you any
no,
further or
no,
anything
no,
like that.
I know. No.
So this is interesting, and this is very common when we do these types of investigations. When people are drinking, they think that they don't look intoxicated and they try to act normal, and it makes them look more intoxicated. Many of you haven't been trained in the things that officers have been trained in, but you can see some indicators of a person who likely has been drinking alcohol, but they don't feel like they're displaying those behaviors.
Nothing to drink, huh?
Not since 6 p.m.
6 p.m.?
So I would
About a
say,
few hours, huh?
yeah. Like,
What did you have at 6?
I had what we considered a beer cocktail,
Beer
I
cocktail.
guess.
How much alcohol would you say is in that?
It's a 4%. 4%.
And you just had one of them?
Yeah, it's just had fun.
Okay.
We were at a fantasy football draft tonight.
That
so.
explains the jersey. You a Cowboy?
Yeah, that's
Are you a
why I'm in
Cowboys
the
fan?
jersey. Yeah, I'm
You
a
are?
Cowboys fan.
All right.
But yeah, I just had one cocktail. It was a, I don't know the brand name of the cocktail. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not the end of the world.
But I know it was 4% alcohol.
Okay. Do you have any like issues with your eyes at all? Like, do you have any?
No, I
never had
don't
any.
have any ocular degeneration that I'm aware of.
Do you have any? First and foremost, I guess I should have asked this a little bit ago. Are you injured at all?
No, you probably should
noticed
have asked that right away, right?
Yeah, you're right. I should have, but
Yeah.
I forgot. I mean, you were walking, so I
It's okay.
wasn't.
I mean, it's fine.
So this is another thing that people at times, if they're drinking, will do. They attempt to use words when they're talking to the officer to sound a little bit more intelligent. And maybe this is how she normally speaks. I don't know her. He says, anything wrong with your eyes? She says, no, I don't have any ocular degeneration. And people will do that, and maybe she's the anomaly, but it's a very common thing for people to attempt to make themselves seem that they're okay and are able to articulate these really big phrases or words together. Very common.
So here's the deal, Rachel.
So, here's the deal. I won't answer any more of your questions.
You're not gonna answer any more of my questions?
No.
Okay. Well, you don't have to answer anything.
If you'd like to know, nope. Actually,
Rachel?
I'll let you know what's going on from now, because you've superseded your rights of asking me questions.
Hi, ma'am. Can I talk to you?
Nope. And so any more questions you have, you can talk to my attorney. All right?
What's your name?
You can talk to my attorney. He knows my name.
Is it Rachel?
I won't be answering any more of your questions. I think I've made that very clear.
All right. Well, I'm just getting
So,
on scene.
yeah,
Here, so I don't know what's going on.
I think I've made it very clear that any more questions anyone
Why
has for me.
Why do you think you need an attorney right now?
I think in general, any citizen that encounters a law enforcement officer outside of any normal circumstance should just refer that to an attorney.
I like how this female officer stepped in to tap out. She saw that it was going south with the male officer and maybe she's gonna become the primary, but the tap out was super smooth. She's super professional. I really like what I'm seeing. Obviously, you know I'm gonna mention the tactical bun, but I like the fluidity of how she tapped him out and took over as primary. Very good stuff.
So any interaction with
so I don't
officer?
think that any interaction you and I have beyond what him and I
Where
have.
have you been drinking tonight, Rachel?
I haven't been drinking tonight.
I can smell the alcohol from you.
Well, I guess you can smell the alcohol from me, but I haven't been drinking, so.
Okay. Why am I smelling alcohol from you? You don't know? Have you been around people who have been drinking? Is there a reason why I'm smelling alcohol right now? It doesn't come from nowhere. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Makes total sense,
So
yeah.
where have you been drinking tonight?
I think I already told you. Any questions you have, you can talk to my attorney.
We've been over that.
Okay.
Okay. Are
Yeah.
you? Yeah,
I think
know.
that's like very
Did you
clear.
ask about fields?
No.
Are you willing to perform any field tests for us tonight?
No, I would not be willing to perform.
You willing to do a PBT for us tonight?
No.
Okay, you're going to be under arrest for OWI.
Okay.
In custody. Deputy don't play that, officer don't play that. This female officer, I really like how she operates. Professional, handles business. A lot of times people don't realize that if a person refuses to do the test, you can refuse, but off the officer's observations, they can still make the arrest, and they likely will make the arrest. So I like they're not wasting any time, super efficient about what they're doing.
Yep. Do you know her?
Okay.
Okay.
Am I okay? I'm okay. Are you okay?
Yep, everyone's okay, thanks.
Okay.
I am okay. Thank you for asking. All right, this one, your wrists are so
okay?
tiny. I'm gonna
Yeah.
loosen it up
Are
and
you
we're
sure?
gonna have to
You're
tighten
okay?
it.
Okay. You guys okay?
Where do you live? I guess, or do you have a preference for who deals with your vehicle at all?
Do you have any weapons on you, Rachel?
No.
Okay. Do you have anything in the vehicle that you need to come with you?
No.
Phone, wallet, keys, anything like that?
No, honey.
Okay. All right.
We're good.
Ready?
Okay. You ready? Let's go. You're fine. Hey, it's okay. You're just doing your job, okay?
Alright, focus on where you're walking, please. Hop in.
It's okay. You're fine. Hey, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Thank you. Alright, put your feet in.
Hey. You're doing good, baby.
I mean, I have very strong mint gum in my mouth, and I have a terrible nose, and her breath reeks, dude.
Yeah.
So bad.
Fast she was going, man. Was not expecting
I
that.
know. I pulled up and I almost started laughing.
Yeah.
I'll ask her if she wants anything from the car.
Do it. I already asked her.
You did. Okay.
Was Caller the owner of the struck vehicle?
I'm not entirely sure. I just kind of told them to hang out while I was dealing with her until
Okay.
we got here, so I'm going to talk with them next.
Okay. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind dealing with that for me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, I'll take care of all this. Yep.
You guys need to get my car out of the way.
What's that?
You guys need to clear my car.
Yep, we're calling a tow for it.
Okay. Well, can you confirm that for me? What time you called it?
What,
Verbally?
called it?
Yep. Verbally, please put that on the record. What time you called the tow? Thank you.
10:29 and
Okay.
15 seconds.
And what time was the accident reported to you at? And then verbally record that, please.
10:11 and 36 seconds.
Okay.
Kind of makes it a lot easier when they don't cooperate with us.
Oh no. Imagine.
So,
I didn't know what was going on. Kind of scared me when it first happened.
yeah, you guys hear it?
I didn't. I was downstairs watching YouTube.
I heard it.
Cody, get upstairs! Someone hit your car. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So where was it parked?
Literally parked right in between these two trees here.
So it launched at like 20 feet, huh?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
At first I thought it was his car that was on the side, and I was like, how did Cody's car get the street side?
There was nobody in it?
Nope.
No, we
Okay.
were all
It's your vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your first name?
Cody?
Last name? Was it one of you guys that called?
I called.
You called?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your first name?
Cheyenne, Cheyenne.
There's Diane.
Last name for you? So, I'm going to get you something called a crash card, and it's going to have a case number on it. And all you're going to need to do from this whole thing is you're going to just have to call Progressive, give them that case number, say that your vehicle was hit, and they'll be able to get all of the information from the crash from the police department. She's not being cooperative, really, so I don't know if she has insurance or not. I would imagine she would with a vehicle that new.
I
So,
hope so. She got out of the vehicle just fine.
yeah.
So any scratches or anything like that.
Yep. So, all right, I'll get you that crash card, and then if you probably want to move the vehicle.
I could try.
I would. It doesn't look like it's too damaged. I think maybe the tire must have rode up on the hood or something. I really don't know. I'm kind of confused because to be able to flip a car on its side,
Yeah.
you would think there would be a lot more damage than that.
Right.
I've been working here for a little bit, and I don't think I've seen a car flipped on its side in a residential area before. Yeah.
So the police are going to document a lot of things at the scene, take their own photographs and everything. Good idea to take some of your own photographs from a safe distance in a safe space. Just the ability to have photographs yourself in your own possession from the point of view that you really want to make sure is taken. It's a great idea, and an officer normally won't have an issue with it as long as you're not getting inside of the scene while they're doing it, and if you're doing it from a safe space. Good idea.
And what am I under arrest for?
Operating while under the influence of alcohol.
And is that assumptive or assured?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Is that an assumed offense or is that an assured?
I still don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, I didn't think so. It's okay. I mean, did you assume I was operating under alcohol, or had you been assured by some sort of test? You just assumed, right? Correct? And is our conversation being recorded?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Correct? So you assumed I was operating my vehicle. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Rachel, we're not going to have this conversation.
Okay, so that was correct, right? That's why you arrested me. You assumed I was operating my vehicle. Correct?
What happened to you not talking?
Well, I won't talk anymore, dear.
So I've had people do this to me many, many times. They throw legal terms and jargon out at you that have absolutely nothing to do with what you're doing in order to effectuate the arrest. Be professional. There's no need to, get snippy. I think the officer did a phenomenal job being extraordinarily professional. And what the officer is going off of is simply probable cause. Police go off of probable cause under these circumstances. When the facts and circumstances will warrant a prudent person into believing that a crime had been committed and that the accused person committed it. It's just that simple. And if you have the probable cause, then you make the arrest. And this is other legal jargon. I'm not quite sure what she thinks she's going to get out of it.
You never read me my Miranda rights or told me what I was under the arrest for. So I was looking for some clarification because my Miranda rights were never read, and you also never told me what I was under the arrest for. Do you remember that part? I didn't think so. That's okay. It's okay. It's a bitch when you arrest a lawyer. We just kind of let you walk into those things. But you didn't read me my Miranda rights, and you also didn't tell me what I was under arrest for. Do you remember that? And the best part was that was all on dash cam footage. I mean, it's okay. We all learn. The worst part is I'm not intoxicated. And any arrest that you make without reading Miranda rights. Do you understand what happened here tonight?
I'm trying to do your paperwork so we can get you.
Okay, but you can't arrest someone without reading them their Miranda rights. Do you understand?
You can actually. Yep, you can.
Well, I mean, you can. Of course you can. You did. Did you call my attorney?
Nope, I called my supervisor.
Are you gonna call my attorney?
Nope.
Okay. You're just doing your job. I get it. It's all good. But it's not lawful. But it's okay. Some people wouldn't know this wasn't lawful.
Alright, I have something to read you here.
Okay.
At the end of it, there'll be a yes or no question that will need an answer to. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Here we go. Operating privileges will also be suspended if a detectable amount of a restricted controlled substance is in your blood. Will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood? Yes or no?
Before I answer this question,
number 163.
I won't answer that until you say what time that you requested that at. No, I don't agree to any of that until I speak to a lawyer. Thank you.
So you're refusing?
I am refusing. Thank you.
Let me talk about implied consent. When you receive your driver license in all the 50 states, there's an implied consent stipulation to your license, which means that it's implied that you consent that if you are being investigated for a DUI, that you will submit to an evidentiary test. And every state has some kind of little difference to it. Usually those tests are blood or breath. And I'm gonna talk more about that at the end of the video because I wanna see which way that this goes.
Resolution for tonight is I have the discretionary option of releasing you to a sober, responsible party instead of taking you to jail. Is there, first question for you is there somebody who comes to mind who is a sober, responsible party right now? If you don't want to answer my questions, then we're going to be going to jail.
Okay, this video is August of 2023 in Wisconsin. I did not know that that was the case in Wisconsin. I thought that it was a mandatory arrest nearly every place that you've been to, unless a person went to the hospital because of an accident with injuries, they could get a citation. But to be released into the hands of a responsible, sober person, I've never heard of that. Someone that knows about this, please in the comments explain what, I've never seen that before. I'm gonna look it up after. But also if you work that jurisdiction or if you live over there, that if you get arrested for a DUI, that you can be released to a sober, responsible party. Very, very interesting.
My husband lives in Nebraska. He's in Nebraska. My husband is in Nebraska. That's where he works. Where he lives. you want me to repeat that for you? My husband is in Nebraska. That's where he lives. Okay? So, I'm a married woman, and my husband lives in Nebraska because that's where his work is. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Maybe.
I think that answers it. My husband is in Nebraska for work. So when you ask me where a responsible party is, my husband is in Nebraska currently.
Okay, so I want to talk about implied consent. I mentioned it earlier when you get a driver license, and a lot of people mess with me because I say driver license. Some places say driver license, some people say driver's license. Every state that I've had one, it says driver license, so I just say driver license. You can say however you like to say it, but a lot of people make mention of that. Implied consent means when you get your driver license that you're consenting to the fact that if you get investigated for DUI or arrested, that you will submit to an evidentiary test. That test can be blood or breath, and depends on the state how that process works. There was a really interesting Supreme Court case, Birchfield versus North Dakota. It was a 7-1 ruling. And essentially what Birchfield talks about in this Birchfield case is that getting a blood test is very intrusive, and the police should have to get a warrant in order to do a blood test. So if you refuse to do a blood test, you shouldn't be punished punitively because you refuse to do a blood test. And that was really interesting because there are so many different things that can happen with blood, because sometimes a person gets in an accident, they go to the hospital will draw the blood. The police can't just automatically take a sample of the alcohol from the blood or get that as an evidentiary method. Birchfield case, 7-1 ruling. I mean, that's a lot of the court saying, yeah, you can't take punitive measures against a person because they refuse to do a blood test. A breath test is something different because it's not very intrusive. It's blowing breath, and there are not a whole bunch of other things you can get from it. So then the states get to kind of make their decisions from that. Read the case. It's a very, very interesting one, and it's one that I wanted to share with you. The original video is pinned, as I always do, and it looks like the driver was arrested for OWI, operating while intoxicated, first offense, and received some citations, failure to maintain control, unsafe lane change, and no proof of insurance. These kinds of situations are extraordinarily dangerous. The fact that she walked out without a scratch, with the car flipped over like that, I've seen it happen so many times, and I have no understanding or idea how that can happen when people get into little small fender benders and they're seriously injured. But it happens, and I'm glad she's okay. I hope that she makes wiser decisions going forward. Watching this video actually gave me an opportunity to think about a group of people to shout out, because I heard the lady mention that her husband was in another state. I think she said he was in Nebraska. And I think about this group because I get messages from people in this group a lot of times. It's military spouses whose spouse is deployed to another country, and they still connect through watching some of these videos, and they talk about it together. And I think that's absolutely wonderful. I was deployed many, many times overseas, and I know how difficult it can be when you're away from home. And for spouses that hold the family down and take care of all the business, I take my hat off to you. It's a really, really tough thing. My middle daughter was deployed to Qatar for over a year at one point, and just being away from family, friends, and other things, and the transition back is very difficult. So shout out to the spouses who hold it down stateside while your other half is doing the wonderful work of protecting our country. If you like this kind of content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the video that's on your screen for more content just like this.